crack the sky right now and he looked like me, would you feel the same way? Ooh-wee. Go ahead and leave what you got.
This is an image that they placed in our churches, but this is a lie. You know what's in the Bible? It explains the image of Christ being a black man with white woolly hair. In the New Testament is if you love God, you can do things. Right. That's number one.
If you can hear the Lord's word, guess what? Then you better know to correct your steps when you hear the Lord's reproof.
First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, YHWH, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
That's right.
You might look at the blacks and Hispanics that are preaching and teaching all throughout the corners and the ghettos of America and look at us like, why are you doing this? Why do you look like that? Why are you wearing those things on your head and on your arms and on your pants and on your shirts and on your garments? Well, guess what? We are taking back what is ours. We are taking back our heritage and our culture and being the true 12 tribes of Israel. We're prophesying against you wicked nations, man. We're going to let you know that in a very soon time, you're going to go into slavery, white man. You're going to go into slavery, Chinese man. You're going to go into slavery, Arab man. The entire earth is going to be under the dominion of the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Whether you like it, believe it, understand it or not. Read that Ecclesiastes 3:1.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season.
To everything there is a season. And guess what season we're in now? We are in wartime, man.
That's right.
We're telling you it's time to lace up your boots, man. Stop getting high. Stop having casual sex and fornicating. Stop committing idolatry because it is wartime, man. You don't see what's going on the earth. You don't see all the prophecies that is playing out within the Bible. We are walking in the lines of the Bible, man. We are walking in the book of Revelation, man. We are living the prophecies written within your book. And you sit here and say, we're crazy. We're heretics. Well, just as Paul said in the book of Acts 24:14, just as my fathers worship God and will call heretics, so do we.
That's right.
The same way we prophesy against the wicked nations, just as the prophets of old did, so do we. We are sick and tired of the conditions of our people. And we are rising on the earth. And when the children of Israel rise, the rest of the nations will fall, man.
That's right.
If we rise, it's your demise.
That's right.
Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Read it again from the top.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3. Of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
And there's a time for every purpose under the heaven, man. That's why we're standing on these corners, man. To tell you to get ready for what's about to happen, man. To tell you to get ready for this war that's going to happen upon America, man. And it's either you're gonna die with America or you're gonna get redeemed, man.
That's right.
What's gonna happen when you go to your storehouses and there's no more damn food? What you gonna do then? What's gonna happen when you're spending all your goddamn money on a pair of new Jordans, but there's no food in your house, man? Your Jordans ain't gonna save you, man.
That's right.
That blood ain't gonna save you, man. All those damn liquor bottles within your house ain't gonna save you, man.
That's right.
But that's what you spend your whole check on. That's what, all your day, what do? You sit on Instagram. You sit on Facebook. You sit on Twitter. You sit on Fans Only. You sit on all these goddamn wicked, abominable social media platforms that they actually using to dumb you down. That they're actually using to make you addicted, man. You think people are just addicted to drugs? Social media is an addiction, man. And our people are plagued with it. Because we deal with all these traumas and all these mental illnesses that we search for everything just to have an alleviation and have a way out. To have a way not to feel what we feel on a daily basis.
That's right.
So what do? We scroll up and down social media.
That's
what
right.
do? We scroll up a blunt. What do? We crack open a bottle, man.
That's right.
That's all we do. Because we don't know what in the world is going on, man. We don't realize that while we sit back and we're dumb, deaf, and blind and smitten with madness, as the Bible says, your enemies are wide awake, man.
That's right.
Your enemies are sticking needles in your arm, man. Your enemies have abortion clinics all throughout the ghettos, man. Your enemies are pouring drugs into your neighborhoods, man. Your enemies have doomsday bombs. What do we got? What do we have, black man? What do we have, Hispanic man? What do we have, Native American man? While we walk up and down these streets, dumb, deaf, and blind, and lost, man. What do we have? You tell me. Read that.
It's the book of Amos.
No, Joel.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 11.
Yep.
Assemble yourselves
Assemble yourselves. Read.
and come, all ye heathen.
Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. You want to know why? Read.
And gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Read.
For there will I sit to judge all of the heathen round about.
And this what you have to realize, white man. This what you have to realize, Chinese man, Arab man. The Lord is gathering you together to put you in a specific place for war, man. In the valley of YHWH, God's decision. And what's going to happen there is you're going to get judged for everything you've done to the children of Israel. You're going to get judged for everything you've done to the earth, man. For making animals extinct, for dropping bombs on innocent people, for creating biological warfare, for gunning us down in the streets, for mass incarcerating us, man. You're going to pay for everything you've done. You think God is not going to repay you for slavery? You think God is not going to repay you for colonization?
Right.
You think God is not going to pay you for everything you do till this day?
That's right.
Till this day, man, we continue to suffer. And you think it's all going to go untouched. You think nothing's going to happen to you. Well, you know what's happening? You know what's happening? We are rising. That's what's happening. And as we cry out on these streets, as we continue to usher in the kingdom, where every single Saturday, every single time we come out here and we prophesy, man, we are ushering the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
And with us ushering the kingdom of heaven, we are ushering the white man's destruction, man. We are ushering America's destruction, man, because that's what the Bible speaks. The rise of the children of Israel and the fall of Esau, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Read that in Isaiah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34. Come near, ye nations.
Come here, ye nations. Read.
To hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein.
Read.
The world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
See, the wrath and indignation of God is soon to come.
That's right.
The wrath and the destruction of God is soon to come, man. You think we stand out here for nothing? You think we just stand here and scream in a damn mic in the ghettos of America for no damn reason? We're trying to wake you up, black man. We're trying to wake you up, Hispanic man, Native American man, woman, and child. We're trying to make you realize to come back to the laws of God. We're trying to make you realize to come back to the faith of Hamashiach Yahawashi, man. And we're also talking to you, white man, Arab man, Chinese man, and letting you know to get ready for war, man. Get ready to be destroyed. Get ready to be trampled under the feet of the children of Israel, man. Get ready to serve us. Breathe.
Let the earth hear and all that is therein. The fury upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stake shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
And the mountains are going to be melted with their blood, man. No. Get that in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10, man.
No.
The mountains is the nations, man.
That's right.
They're going to be melted with the blood. You want to know why? Because nuclear thermal destruction is coming to an America near you.
That's right.
Nuclear thermal destruction is going to destroy this place, man. Right. Whether you like it, believe it, understand it or not. You got that in 2 Peter? 2 Peter 2 and 10.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 10. But chiefly, them that walk after the flesh.
3 and 10. Slakia.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
Just as you walk down these streets and think your life is all good, man. Just as you in your security and you're getting high and you're committing idolatry, the Lord is going to come like a thief in the night.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
And the heavens is going to pass away with a great noise, man. What is these heavens? That is your America. That is your condition on earth, that you own all the banking system, that you own Hollywood, that you own everything we see. It's all going to pass away with the great noise. And that great noise is going to be nuclear thermal destruction.
And the elements shall melt.
And the elements are going to melt, man. Read.
With fervent heat.
With what?
With fervent heat.
With what?
With fervent heat.
Read.
The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
And they're going to be burned up by that nuclear thermal destruction.
That's right.
Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Whether you like it, believe it, understand it or not. So as you walk up and down these blocks smiling and mocking and thinking everything's going to be okay, when that day comes and you are trampled under the feet of the children of Israel, everything we're saying, you're going to realize is to be right. Get Revelation 2 and 26 real quick. Revelation 2 and 26. No! What you got? I'm still going to go back to Isaiah. Revelation 2 and 22. Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh.
And he that what?
And he that overcometh.
He that endureth to the end shall be saved. That's right. Matthew. Read it again from the top.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth thy works unto the end.
And he that overcometh and keepeth God's works unto the end. Read.
To him will I give power over the nations.
To him, he's going to give power over the nations. To him, he's going to give dominion. To him, he's going to put a crown back upon his head, man. And we are going to rule this earth once again. And every single nation that is not of the 12 tribes of Israel would be in subjection unto us. That's Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible, man. There's nothing you can do about it. Your arms are too short to box with God.
That's right.
No matter what you say, no matter what doctrine you create, no matter what philosophy you say, no matter what, anything, man, no matter what theologian school, a seminary school that you go to, nothing can come against God's word. Nothing can come against God's purpose, man.
That's right.
Read it again, 34.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 1. Bring it out.
Go down to where you at, verse 4.
Verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved.
All the hosts of heaven's gonna be dissolved, man, with that nuclear bomb. Read.
And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
And the heavens what?
And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
What is that? Rolled together as a scroll. That is that mushroom cloud that's gonna happen when that nuclear bomb hits America. No! When all of those missiles begin to come to America, man, there's nothing you're gonna be able to do against it. Matter of fact, let's get that. Get Job 20 and 24.
Bring it out.
Job 20 and 24. No! Read.
This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 24.
No!
He shall flee from the iron weapon.
You're gonna try to flee from that iron weapon, white man. You're gonna try to flee from that iron weapon, America.
That's
There's
right.
nothing to be able to do against it. Because all these missiles are pointed right here. And when Iran says fire, when China says fire, when Russia says fire, this place is going to be destroyed. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Believe it, understand it, or not. Read.
He shall flee from the iron weapon and the bow of steel.
And the what?
The bow of steel.
Read.
Shall strike him through.
Read.
It is drawn and coming out of the body. The glittering sword.
The what?
The glittering sword.
That glittering sword is a nuke, man. It is a missile that is going to be flying across the sky to an America near you. Read.
The glittering sword coming out of his gall.
Go ahead.
Terrors are upon him.
Read.
All darkness shall be hid in his secret places.
Go ahead.
A fire not blown.
A what?
A fire not blown.
A fire not blown, man. Nuclear thermal destruction, man. That radiation, that fire not blown. Read.
Shall consume him.
Shall what?
Shall consume him.
Shall consume him, man. That's what's gonna happen. This fire not blown is gonna consume him. You understand? Hey, wait, hey, bus driver. Is everything I'm saying a lie? That's for God to decide? So you're just sitting here listening, right? You're damn right. You're damn right you're a heathen. You're damn right. So, no questions today?
I'm glad God understands.
You said what?
No, I mean, your theology says that I can't understand, so it's not even worthwhile.
It's not my theology. It's thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. So how about you bring out a Bible verse that proves me wrong? How about that?
Beloved, let us love one another for love is
Quote,
of God.
book, chapter, verse.
It's First John,
That's entertaining.
1 John
1 John
4, 7, and 8.
1 John 4, 7, and 8. Let's go there. Let's go to 1 John chapter 4, verse 7. Read.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 4, and verse number 7. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God. And everyone that loveth is born of God.
What?
Everyone who loveth is born of God. Everyone. That's me, that's you.
What is the love of God?
Everyone who loves. It says everyone
What
who
is the
loves.
love of God?
No, it's me loving.
What is
If
the
I
love of God? What is the
everyone
love of
loves.
God?
So I love.
How do I love my neighbor?
What?
How do I love my neighbor? Read.
Just the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
Or this is what?
For this is the love of God.
Read.
That we keep his commandments.
He said, this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. Who were the commandments given to? Who were the commandments given to? Psalm 147 and 19.
Bring it out.
This is 1 John, chapter 4, and verse 8.
Read 7 again.
Verse 7 and 8. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God. And everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. He that loveth not knoweth not God.
What is your point?
Everyone who loves is known of God and knows God.
Did God tell us to prophesy against Mount Seir?
Everyone.
Did God tell us to hate our enemies? No?
No, the Bible
God
says,
didn't say that?
be quick to listen,
Read.
slow to speak.
Just the
slow
book
to
of
become
Psalms.
So if it says be quick to listen and slow to speak, then be quick to listen and shut your mouth. Read.
Just the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19.
Bring it out.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He showeth what?
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So if the love is keeping the commandments, and he's telling you that if you love, you are of God, and he gave the commandments unto the children of Israel, what am I missing here? What am I missing here? Back to Isaiah chapter 34. Back to Isaiah. That's the problem with Christianity. Christianity has us in an illusion. Christianity was created by our slave masters, and now he's over there taking the word away from the children of Israel, just as the devil does, man. Hey, Ladon, shine that goddamn camera on him, man. Look what he does when he walks away. Now he goes over there to what? The children of Israel, man.
Now you know that you didn't.
You see what happens? You don't want to have nothing to do with the word of God. Nothing. You pull out a verse that says, but this is love. What about all the other verses that says hate your enemies, man? What about all the other verses that said, for Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated? What about the other verses that said, for the perpetual hatred that you've done upon the children of Israel, blood shall be shed, man? What about those verses? Forget about all of that. Just worry about this. They're contextually inaccurate, man. That's the problem. You don't deal with context. You don't deal with line upon line. You don't deal with precept upon precept, man.
Bring it out.
Read.
This is the book of Mark chapter 4 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
The sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately.
What does the white man do?
Satan cometh immediately.
Read.
And taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
You see that? So he walks away to somebody that just got a flyer, just got some literature, and goes over there behind the glass to spew all of this love and say we're filled with hate, man. How is it hate for me to say separate from these people and love your brother, man? Right. How is it hate to say separate from these people and love your sister, love your mother, love your father, and honor them, man? Stop selling drugs to each other. Stop killing each other.
Here we are.
How is that hate?
Answer your prayer.
Huh? How is that hate? But if it has nothing to do with the white man, now it's hate. When we say, I don't care about you, white man. I don't care about you, white woman. Now it's hate. When you go to the suburbs, they take care of each other. When you go to Chinatown, they take care of each other. When you go to with these damn Arabs, they take care of each other. But when it comes to blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans rising up together and taking care of each other, now it's hate. Now it's hate. Where is this nonsense, man? It's called hypocrisy. That's what it is. Get Luke 19 and 27.
They're the salty crew.
Luke 19 and 27.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 19 and verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them.
Hold on. Christ has enemies. He has enemies. So he said, those mine enemies, read,
Which would not that I should reign over them.
when a black man cracks open that sky and comes down with the angels of God, are you going to bow down? Are you going to worship him? No. When you realize that Jesus is not a cracker, are you going to worship him? Or are you going to say, hell no, I'm going to fight. I'm not giving up my kingdom. I'm not giving up my dominion. Read it again for the top.
This is St. Luke, chapter 19, verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
And that's what's going to happen. If you do not bow down to Christ, you are going to get slain before him, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible.
That's
man.
right.
Whether you like it, believe it, understand it or not, man. See, you're so used to all this Christian dogma. You're so used to these smooth words coming from your pastors. These damn liars, man, that tell you the law's done and away with. That preach nothing but dogmatic doctrine. But then as soon as you hear a Bible verse, it's hate. Go back to Isaiah 34. Read.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
That is your mushroom cloud that is going to happen with these nukes that come to America. Read.
Right.
And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
The Lord's sword is going to be bathed in heaven. That heaven is this condition that they live in, this so-called white race lives in America, man. They're living in heaven, man. And the Lord's sword, his weapon, is going to be bathed in their blood.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Upon who?
Idumea.
Upon Edom, man. Upon the white race. Destruction is going to come down upon them, man. Read.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
And upon the people of its curse to judgment, man. This place is going to be destroyed, man. Hey, brother, you got any questions, man? How you doing, Ken? What's your nationality, Ken? What's your nationality? What would you say you are? Seeking? All praises. All praises. Hey, look on this sign right here, Ken. Look on this sign right here. Where you see yourself on this sign? Yeah, get that precept. Where you see yourself on this sign, brother? Tell me. So you a tree? All trees start off as what? No, they start off as a seed. Who carries the seed? The father, right? So everybody has a lineage that goes back to their father. So even if you are a tree, you started off as a seed. The seed came from the father. So who are your ancestors? Look at that sign again one more time. Look at that sign one more time. Where do you see yourself on this sign? That's what you are, brother? What I'm asking you is, right? What I'm asking you is, because these right here are the geographic locale of the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? So you're probably of one of these tribes, right? So according to your ancestors on your father's side, who would you say your father is? No. Those tribes of Jacob. Jacob wrestled with the angel, became Israel, and had these 12 sons. You understand? Absolutely. Cain, but their lineage did not survive the flood. You understand? So once again, look at that sign, and who would you say you are? What was your father? Was your father a so-called African American? Listen to the word, so-called African American. Was your father a so-called Native American?
No.
Your father was a so-called Native American? So you'd be from the tribe of Gad, brother. What tribe, if you don't mind me asking? Which tribe? No. Yeah, right. So he was Blackfoot Indian? Yeah, you'd be from the tribe of Gad, brother. Everybody clap for you. That's what you'll be, read.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 7. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find.
See that?
Knock and it shall be opened unto you.
See that? So since you're seeking for knowledge, and the Lord knows you're being diligent and sincere with it, he just puts you upon us. Honestly, I see so many people every week. So I couldn't tell you, King. So many people come and go. I couldn't tell you. Right? Genesis 49:1.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 1.
Bring it out.
And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
So Jacob gathered all his 12 sons, and he's prophesying unto the sons, and said, this is where it's going to befall you on these last days. You understand, King? Jump down again.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 19.
Yo.
Gad.
Gad, you brother, you're from the tribe of Gad, read.
A troop shall overcome them.
A troop is going to overcome Gad. What was that troop? The American cavalry, man. What was is that true? All of these goddamn white people that came from Europe, and what did they do? With their armies, they conquered the Native American Indians and forced them into reservations and raped, robbed, and murdered them and put them in boarding schools and took their culture from them. And as soon as they walked out of the reservations, they were labeled Negroes. Right? That's your history, brother. We're located in Springfield, Mass. But we have brothers out here too. Yo, somebody get this brother's number, man, real quick. Somebody get this brother's number. We gotta get it.
I gotta do it. Yo, somebody get on it, yo.
Yo, somebody get the brother number, man. He's right here. You walk over here.
I have an office to maintain.
Book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 19.
Bring it out!
Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
A troop was to overcome Gad, man. Once again, that was that American cavalry, man. That was the damn European colonizers that came to America and began to rape, rob, and murder the Native American Indians, man. The troop shall overcome him. Hold that. Good. My man. Read.
But he shall overcome at the last.
But the Native American Indians are going to overcome at the last, man. And they are going to rule upon the earth again. Hey, brother, check this out. Check this history out. Read the title of the book first. This is Christopher Columbus and the African Holocaust. The book is titled Christopher Columbus and the African Holocaust. Read. The African Holocaust and the devastating effect and grief on millions of Africans is most opportune at this time when the Euro-American world is paying homage to Christopher Columbus for his navigational error in 1492. An error which keeps the horrors on the nation. Which the what? Which keeps horrors. Which keeps what? Which keeps horrors on the Native Americans and Africans in its way. See that? So the conquistadors and the colonizers coming in keep horrors of the Native Americans. Go ahead, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. So you'll be part of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's right. God's chosen people, brother. You understand? This brother got a flyer, right? All right, all praises. Hey, we got information on it because I know you got to leave. We be out here every Saturday. Every Saturday, brother. Yeah, and the other days in the week we jump around from city to city, man. So you might not catch us here. But Saturday, this is our solidified spot.
I say you got his number?
Yeah, they got his number. All right, King? Everybody clap it up for this brother, man. All praise to the Most High Christ, man. All praise to the Most High Christ. This is what we out here doing this for. You had something too? Hey, let's just read it, man. A Star in the West, one of my favorite books.
No!
Read.
This is A Star in the West, page number 103, paragraph 2. However, our wandering tribes of Indians have, in a most surprising manner, bordering on something rather supernatural, preserved so many essential parts of their original plan of divine worship. I'm skipping down to the next paragraph. They are far from being idolaters, although many good men, from want of knowledge of their language and often having communion with the most worthless part of them, without making any allowance for their local situation and circumstances.
Got it?
It is a fact well attested that a preacher went among them before the Revolutionary War, and in a sudden discourse to them began to tell them that there was a God who created all things, that it was exceedingly sinful and offensive to him to get drunk or lie or steal, all which they must carefully avoid. They answered him, "Go about your business, you fool. Do not we know that there is a God as well as you? Go to your own people and preach to them. For who gets drunk and lies and steals more than you white people?"
Get out! So the Native Americans themselves were saying, what are you trying to teach us when we know who God is? We know God's commandments, man. That's the Native American Indians. God's chosen people, man. The 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Who till this day are on reservations and under subjection, man. Read.
Page 104, last paragraph. Their religious ceremonies are more after the Mosaic.
After the what?
The Mosaic.
After the what?
The Mosaic institution than of pagan imitation.
Get out!
They do not believe the sun to be any larger than it appears to the naked eye.
Go ahead.
Notwithstanding the various accounts we have had from different authors, greatly exaggerating the reports of the Indians' irreligious conduct.
You see that? So they were also forced reports that was happening about the Native American Indians and calling them savages. You want to know why? To justify the atrocities that was happening. No! So they can actually say, okay, we can enslave them because A, B, and C. Because through the Catholic Church, they had something called the Dum Diversus. The Dum Diversus was the justification of anybody that was a pagan or anybody that did not hail to the Jesus Cristo and the image of the beast, that they can be enslaved and they can be killed and they can be murdered, man. That is what happened upon the Native American Indians. You got more? Read.
This is page 107 in paragraph 2. I have met with some persons, says he, who could not help thinking that our Indians were descended from the Jews.
From the who?
From the Jews.
From the who?
From the Jews. And found in everything some affinity between them and the people of God.
Hey, I didn't write this book, man. I can't make this up. It's a book called The Star in the West. First-hand accounts and primary sources on the people that were dwelling among the Native American Indians. So it's not just biblical prophecy. We can also show archaeology and secular history, man. Come on. We're not making these things up. You got more? Read.
Further down. Some persons have heard them or thought they heard them pronounce the word hallelujah.
Holla what?
Hallelujah.
Come on, man. Read.
In their songs. The feast they make at the return of their hunters, and of which they must leave nothing, has also been taken for a burnt offering, or for the remains of the Passover of the Israelites.
All right, come on, man. You can't make this stuff up. This is history. This is the truth, man. But the white man, all of his institutions, all of his education programs tries to keep all of these things hush, man. Tries to make you dumb, deaf, and blind. Tries to make you ignorant of the truth. But you can't hide the truth no more. That's right. Everything that is in the dark shall be cast upon in the light, man. You understand?
People always making noise. Yeah, they think we bluffing. They think we